Shalom, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are 12 lost tribes according to the Bible. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, or Christian organization. We are the home of the truth.
That's right.
I'm also 50 Ashaya Alam. Today is history class. In the history class, the topic is the destruction of integration. Integration, people always, especially people who was born in the 50s and then the 60s, they always seen it as good because they want to have equal rights or be able to go to Walmart or Waffle House or any of these other places that the European would not allow us to go. And now about us having equal rights, they look at Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, and I mean all the way down the line, and look at them as if they're real heroes. But to be honest with you, it ain't nothing but 1 or 2 real heroes when it comes to the civil rights movement, and Rosa Parks one of them. I mean, simple as that. Woman was tired, like how us Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are tired, and we ain't doing nothing after work. Everything need to be done. That's exactly the spirit she had on her. You know, find somewhere else to sit.
Right.
And another thing, when it comes to integration, you would look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. We lost everything. We lost banks. We lost hotels. We lost libraries. We lost lives. We lost families. I mean, we lost more respect and trusting when it came to each other. Why? Because, well, not at that time. They hated. We was actually together. But after that, that's when we start losing everything. Now you can't even tell a brother that you walk by in the street, hey, what's going on, brother? Without him looking at you like you crazy. Like, that's natural to check on your brother on the walk by or check on your sister on the walk by.
Right.
But America, they sullied it down so much to where if I'm concerned about a brother or sister, whether it's a friend or foe or it's a stranger, I'm something wrong with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People nowadays don't even want to deal with somebody who actually quote unquote conscious or brotherly or knowledgeable. You know, the ignorant are the ones they want to be involved with. The ones who think Bloods and Crips is really the beef, or this church versus Muslim is really the beef. In reality, the things that we subside about is what's really causing the conflict and the beef. And we already know it's the oppressor.
Right.
So I'm gonna read with this article, and I'm gonna skim through it fairly quick because it's kind of long. But a forgotten history of how the U.S. government segregated America. In 1933, faced with a housing shortage, the federal government began a program explicitly designed to increase and segregate America's housing stock. Arthur Richard says the housing program began under the New Deal, that the tantamount of state sponsorship system of segregation. Now, skim down a little bit, y'all. All right. Rothstein's new book, the book is called The Color Law Examines the Local, State, Federal Housing Policy and Mandates Segregation. He notes that Federal Housing Administration, which was established in 1934, furthered the segregation effort by refusing to insure mortgages in or near American neighborhoods, a policy known as redlining. And redlining is just like, and this is just a shallow version of redlining. When one black family move into a European neighborhood, first thing they do is say the value of the housing community, it goes down. Or you'll see Europeans start to move out because, excuse my language, one nigger move in here, then more of them gonna come in here.
Right.
So they look at it like the value of just a simple family is bringing it down. So what they do is they'll tell certain people back at this time, European, you can't live over here and you shouldn't move over here because there's a lot of blacks over here and there's more crime, there's more drugs and things of that nature. And they would actually put a law in to where Europeans cannot live around Africans whatsoever. So now I'm gonna just go into redlining where all this started, and then we'll just jump to the precepts and stuff. So this is how they kept us together, like the housing project. It's nothing but a project. They put a mouse inside of a maze with a piece of cheese. They just want to see how the mouse is going to react and how fast what the mouse is going to do and how fast the mouse is going to do it to react to get that cheese.
Right.
So redlining. Let me get to it. Okay, redlining. In the aftermath of the Great Depression, the U.S. government set out to evaluate the riskiness of mortgages and left behind stunning portrait of racism and discrimination that has shaped American housing policy. Now a new digital tool makes it easier than ever to see that history in high resolution. A project featured the infamous red line mapping from the Homeowners Loan Corporation in the late 1930s. The HOLC graded neighborhoods into 4 categories based in a large part of their racial makeup. Neighborhoods with minority occupants were marked in the red. Minorities, you know, the people, the
Black, Hispanics,
black, Hispanic, Native Indian, and considered high risk for mortgage lenders. So those people that's supposed to be given, you know, with these whole houses and stuff like that, they'll be more at risk in the minority starting to move in. So, you know, in order for them to keep their profits and, you know, for them to have their heaven and, they, you know what I'm saying, their kingdom, they got to keep everybody grouped in this one little category. Redlining was carried out in the city, big and small, with the help of local realtors and appraisers. The maps and description eventually made it into the National Archive. A newly revamped interaction site from mapping inequality takes score in the maps. Previously accessible only in person at the archives or in scanning images online. All right, let me scroll down because it's getting good, y'all. A team of scholars at 4 universities. Now, y'all already know who the scholars is. It's not nobody that's black. Let's be honest. You know, it's a European. It's a quote-unquote smart people, the people who are running everything.
Right.
A team of scholars at 4 universities took 7 months to build the project. More than 150 cities are included in the map, which were released last week to replace a version with fewer features. A key element of the new map is that many neighborhoods include the reason they classified the way they are. If you see the neighborhood was redlined and ranked as desirable or fell somewhere in the middle, just click and you'll find out why. If frustration of Negroes is a common fill in the blank item, explaining why a region was deemed hazardous. Now, let's be honest. When you put Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians inside of the hood, let's talk about, since we all familiar with the hood. When you put us in the hood and we living on Section 8 and we smoking weed and this brother can't get a job because he got out of penitentiary, what happens? We all start kicking in doors. This brother starts selling drugs again. And then his life become a revolving door behind the penitentiary and jail and being free because he has no other option. Then you got young brothers in the hood that should be looking up to this man, and what they do, following the same footsteps, kicking in doors, impregnating women, you know, running off on them, having Bloods and Crip, that dumbass beef amongst each other for what? Because we were grouped together and we were restricted from having the finer things in like gold, freedom, love for each other, our actual true nationality of who we really are according to the Bible.
Right.
So, all right, deemed hazardous. Respectable people, but homes are too near Negro areas. Read a summary for a B grade neighborhood. So if it's even too close to them, and I'm assuming that's about a mile radius, that's deemed as a B class. Us Negroes, well, what's a B class to us? B class sound like A class. Because when in our society, either you're rich or poor.
Right.
I mean, you could be right in the middle. If you're right in the middle, you might as well say you're rich.
Yeah, or poor.
Right. You making $200,000? I mean, you might as well say you're rich.
Yeah, God.
I mean, come on, because the average household probably don't even hit 60,000.
Right.
So this is considered the most exclusive and swank section of Springfield. Says the entry for one of the cities to a classified neighborhood, a area high restricted, meaning it enforces strict rules barring non-white people from buying these homes. So when it comes to Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, even when you got good credit or whatever it is, when you try to go actually buy these homes, you know what they do? Throw you in another loop. They say, oh, well, you got to make sure you got homeowners insurance. Then you get that. Then they turn around and say, you got to make sure you got this. Then you get that. Then you got to, you got to be with a credit bureau. Then you get that. They give you so many loopholes because they know us. After the first, second time, man, the hell with that. We going somewhere else to look.
Right.
But you know what Jeff and Bill and Dylan and all them do? All they got to do is go over there. Oh, you got that $50,000 to put down? Yeah, I got it. Well, come on, we'll sign the paper once you get the keys.
Right. It's
simple as that. So with these non-bearing white, it becomes stricter. It's certain. We got to make sure we meet all the requirements. So like, y'all let me unlock this. All right. It is 100% poor class Negroes practically, all on relief. The clarifying remarks for the red line neighborhoods read a high wall, however, prevents their spread. So again, what nation of people right now is getting a wall built between them and America? That's exactly what they did in America. Build a wall in between the hood and the suburbs.
Right.
They built a wall right in America, and we look at it, which is still wrong. We look at it when it comes to the Mexicans and Donald Trump or the oppressor and say, damn, they so wrong. But that happened to us right in our own land. Right. The same land we actually worked for. In the 1930, 1934? I mean, that's right around the time of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we was thriving off of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. And, you know what I'm saying, in Louisiana. I mean, I'm going to go through the Black Massacre. Right. All the ones they took from them. We was thriving. But all of a sudden, we look at the Mexicans like, oh, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. But blacks, we went through the same thing. That just shows we're the same people.
Right.
So, however, prevent the spread. Another neighborhood in Camden, New Jersey, I believe it's New Jersey, y'all, mostly occupied by Polish professionals, were graded declining. One step above a red line neighborhood. Negro district on edge of selection, the description reads, but splendid cooperation of all residents in the section will always prevent the spread. So this is, let's think about the Elon, the East Indian. When you go into their stores, you got either the lady or the man at the register. But you got that one asshole that walk around, maybe somebody else in the back watching the camera, and that one asshole gonna do their diligence and their job and follow you aisle to aisle. Just like Elon gonna sit back behind here and watch the camera. All because they want to prevent you from stealing their stuff. And they want to make sure you get out in the 2 or 3 minutes that you spent, you're spending your time to do it. So if all of them are cooperating and all of them are diligent, what happened? It runs your ass out of it.
Right.
They did their job. So now in the European community, if everybody does the same thing, like, why are you walking in this neighborhood? Do you live here? What's your address? If all Europeans did that when they seen a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian coming through the neighborhood, what's going to happen? Either we're being unalived, right? We ain't going to even want to be over there. Right. We're going to march. They still got their neighborhood. They still got their neighborhood. All right, so 2 more paragraphs, y'all. Redlining followed by Nelson crediting his colleague Brent for the term called one house rule. Like the one drop rule. So the one house rule or the one drop rule is me as a native, a Reubenite, a Seminole Indian. If I was to sleep or deal with a woman who isn't of the nation, she will be considered one drop and she'll be deemed out of her whole thing. You know why? Because she got nigger babies. She's a nigger lover, or whatever they call us lover. That's the one drop rule. Under the one drop rule in the 19th and 20th century, a single drop of African American blood made a person black. Now, where do they get that from? Where do they get that from? All of us sit here and say, oh, well, yeah, I'm black, white, Asian, this and that, this and that. But if a Negro's put his rod in a European woman, that baby is black.
Damn right.
That baby is black. And the father is not going to want nothing to do with her. So where did it come with this whole mixed race? Because it's right here in the same Google that y'all go into. Right. I'm mixed. My mama white. My daddy, Caucasian. My mama Caucasian. I'm black, this and that. Well, where's the mix at when it comes to the oppressor saying this? Come on, you got to understand, throughout time, all of this is meant to divide who you really are. Because now everybody want to come together in one unity. You want to know why? Because the oppressor once he watered down and weakened his race, then we're going to abide by everything that he said. Right. You got anything?
No, what I'm hearing is that you so on point with this, and that's why history class is so important for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to remind you how much of a devil this damn oppressor is. Yeah, right. You understand? We need to embrace that hate. Right? Embrace that hate that you getting from this damn oppressor and just separate. Start dealing with your own people. They already putting up walls, just stay with your own people. You understand? They put up that red line so you can stay on your side of the field. They stay on their side, and we need to embrace it and stop trying to cross over that line. It's
right. No, you got it. Can I get Zephaniah 2:1, Dr. Shaw, and you can hold that and get Lamentation 4:18. And yeah, like the brother said, embrace it. I mean, the oppressor, He wants you to embrace it.
Right.
Once you had that baby, he wants you to make sure you know this is your baby. You gonna embrace it.
Right.
And I may be wrong. That might be a history class for next week or the follow after that. But with that one little poem right there, I wouldn't be surprised if that's where child support came from. I'm just saying it maybe not be, but I would surely look into it.
Right.
So, all right. So, in the early 20th century, a single drop of African American blood made a person black, even if the heritage was overwhelmingly white. Similarly, on red line and map, a single black household in a middle class area could make the whole neighborhood risky. So they say, you gotta love all white people. You can't just judge all white people. I mean, we ain't our oppressors. Forget about it. But one black family, the same black man that did the same thing he had to do the right way according to what the oppressor said, he did the same thing, and you mean to tell me he's gonna spit in your face and say you and your whole goddamn family is a risk to my neighborhood, the neighborhood you built up, the neighborhood you built to want to live in? He gonna tell you a risk. You're a risk. Come on, your daughters and son going to college, but you're a risk. Meanwhile, they brought cracking on weed and heroin and all that into in the United States. All you did was bring $1, pick some cotton. I mean, what else? Maybe you cheat on the test to get where you was, but what all did you do? Risky for mortgage loans in the eyes of the federal government. So this is the federal government saying this ain't just what they signed a petition.
Right.
The federal government saying your family risky. But guess what? All of you lead on the government when it comes to women's rights. Weed and shrooms is legal. Right. You know, you could be a homosexual. Right. You know, I could love who I want. I got my own interpretation when it comes to the Bible. I mean, the government says all of that, and guess who you follow? The government. But the government said you are a risk, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, and woman. You're a risk to their neighborhood, and it's good. It's good because Christ, he was an austere man. And he was coming in there flipping goddamn tables. Right. What was it? Peter Paul went in there and started cutting off. I was about to cuss. Right. Cutting off ears. Right. I mean, come on. The Lord's a man of war, so you should embrace that riskiness. That's the spirit that you got. Because anybody dangerous they gonna cause a risk. Right. They're gonna be risky.
Hey, you so right. If I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, Christ was a risk to the people that was on top of him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Josephus was like, man, if we let him alone, man, all the people's gonna start, you know what I'm saying, believing on him. Damn right. You understand? They had to kill that brother. You understand? If not, then damn, like we would have went on top. You understand? Everybody would have followed Christ then. Right. You understand? Like they know what the deal is when we get together. They know what it is when we come together and we actually start doing what we need to do and start loving each other and start working with each other. You understand? So what do? Like you said, I mean, they put the drugs, they put the guns, they put everything in our neighborhood so we can knock each other off. Salakia.
You go ahead and get that for me, Robert.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
You are that nation that's not desired in these people's neighborhood. That's who you are. You Mexican man, Mexican woman, you're not desired in these people mansion homes. You know, $200,000, $300,000 home. You know where you better off at? And I'm saying it because I love you. Stay in the trailer parks and let's all stay together. That's right. Let's own that trailer park. Right. Let's make that trailer park the city in Sunset that everybody want to be a part of. Right. Let's put some gates around it. Right. Let's hang a goddamn Mother Mary Lucretia Bossier by a noose at the entrance. Damn right. Let's do it together. That's the best place you can be. Go ahead.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff.
So before that decree come and you hear that them horns go off, gather ourselves together. Because at the end of the day, I mean, hey, God, boy, that's funny. What quote unquote Jewish man over there catching hell with the mayor. Man. And I mean, that's what they got going on. Right. And guess what? African American, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man and woman, you still going through the hell you going through. Damn right. And meanwhile, while you breaking your damn back and you still look for that one day to barbecue a week, make sure you barbecue that and you watch the news what they going through. Right. Because what they're going through is a lot more than what you about to go through. We know how to work. Damn right. I mean, we know how to pick cotton. Right. We built up America, Egypt, and every other place. Right. We relax it. Right. Because when it's time to go build a building right now, Call them Benjamites and the Mexicans.
Right.
Everybody gonna have a house.
Damn right.
But what the oppressor gonna have? Chicken gristle and oatmeal.
Damn right.
That's it. Guns ain't gonna mean a damn thing when it's time.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Salakia. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger. So the Lord is allowing all of this garbage going on right now. And Most High, you know what I'm saying? Clap your hands to Yahweh, Yahweh.
Right.
I mean, all of this going on right now, the Lord is allowing it. But don't allow the Lord's fury come up on you, man.
Right.
So with that, now we're gonna go ahead and get through it. Because on this last paragraph, and now we about to get to the good stuff. Because people only know about two things. They know about Rosewood, it's Rosewood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's the bloody something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember, but the massacre. But this last paragraph is what it's going to zero into. And then when you hear this is an up-to-date article. But what I'm about to bring you is before they start speaking about this.
Right.
So it's going to show a contradiction in the real hate they have for it. All right, Rothstein says, these decade-old housing policies have had a lasting effect on American society. Meaning, what American? I mean, is it our struggle and strife, or is their struggle and strife? Let's talk about it. American society, the segregation of our metropolitan areas have today lead a stagnant inequality because families are less able to be upward mobile when their living conditions, they're living in segregated neighborhoods where opportunity is absent. So that's where the drugs and stuff come from. That's where the prostitution come from. That's where sisters have to lean on government assistance and all this other stuff just to, be able to make ends meet. He says if we want greater equality in these societies, if we want a lowering of the hostility between police and African American men, we need to take steps to desegregate. So desegregate just means come together, just like integration.
Right.
But we was better segregation. And according to the massacre in Louisiana in 1873, you know what that started over? A white one. A white woman said this white man was trying to get at her. I don't know if he was groping her or whatever, which I doubt it. He probably didn't even do nothing.
Right.
He probably coughed.
Right.
That destroyed that. Then Wellington, North Carolina, 1898, voting. We had black voting politicians was actually battling head to head with the European politician. And you know what they did? We had power in our area. So in order for us to have to lean on them and they get paid, they went and burned all our stuff down the hill. I mean, simple as that.
Right.
Then you got Atlanta, Georgia in 1906. Again, it was a white woman. I mean, that's two. Then in Arkansas in 1919, the sharecropper. See, this is how much the oppressor is a damn devil. You can go get a plot of land and have to pay taxes on the plot of land. It's your land.
Right.
And then turn around, you build your house on there, and even though you ain't got to pay on your house other than utility, you got to pay the oppressor for some damn land that's yours, which it belongs to the native Indians and the Mexicans.
Right.
So what they were doing, they were trying to double tax us. Oh, well, if you got this land, you got to give us, I believe it was like a quarter or half of the portion of the crops. What kind of trade is that? You getting paid off your land, and then turn around, you want to take the goddamn food I need to feed my country, my people for, my kids. So what happened? They got upset. They got into a little argument, and then hands start throwing. And guess what? A Judite popped one of these Europeans and then killed them. And guess what? You know how Europeans did. You harm one of theirs, that's a wage of war. And they went and burned down our whole community. So Rosewood, you already know, white woman, knowing damn well that oppressor husband, oppressor husband did that, burned down the neighborhood. Now we got, I'm gonna get all of you. I think it's 15, but I only got 10 of them. So in East St. Louis, World War II vets come home. These people went into their neighborhood intentionally. You know how they like to antagonize. Went in the neighborhood, started shooting at random houses. And with these brothers being World War II vets, World War II vets. Not World War II, that's the other, I wrote it in the wrong section, y'all. With these brothers being vets coming back from the war, they opened fire back as they was already leaving. So as they retreating, guess what happened? Those people went down to the police station, played innocent, said all this, all the information got around in 12 to 15 minutes. Everybody came back, and guess what they did? They sat here and shot. They killed 46 veterans. They wounded 70, burned down 4 black schools, burned down 12 churches. And guess who were the Europeans? Since everybody said everybody been in slavery, God, well, I'll give you a guess. Go ahead, take a guess.
Damn Irish.
It was the goddamn Irish.
Right.
The goddamn Irish had the police station, and they had the art. And you know the Irish like to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But they came and did what they did, fooling with these people, us in our community, for whatever the hell reason is, trying to pick a battle and seeing that they really had something they had to deal with. Right. And they came through here and did what they did.
At Salakia, if I may, they like to fight.
They do.
Until they come up to against one of us.
Right.
You understand? Like they like to fight each other in them bar scenes. You seen them on the movies and all that. Yeah, they'll fight each other. But when it comes to one of these black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, we get in that ring, we're going to tear your ass up. It's a lot
to the bone.
Right.
See, I mean, and it's crazy. It kind of boiling my blood right now because every time we hear about slavery, the Irish had a police station.
Right.
I mean, they came and burned out my community. What the hell they doing over here? Go back to goddamn Scotland.
Right.
Right. And then you got one in Mississippi in 1875, European entitlement. What happened? People came together to, make a bill. You know how they do like with the presidential stuff.
Right.
They all came together. You had the side with the white, and you had the side with the black, and they came together with a bill. But it was leaning more in our favor. It was a European heckler over here. Always want to run their mouth and this and that. And then, Judah, we ain't going to take that. Right. I mean, you really going to have to show up or shut the hell up. Right. And guess what? Bangity bang, fists got thrown, guns start getting drawn, burned down our community. Simple as that. I got two more for y'all. A little more. Yeah, two more. One more. And then Chicago. In Chicago in 1919, and then also that Washington, D.C. in 1919, and Arkansas in 1919. All those were chain reaction. Because what happened in Chicago, it was a young, unaware teenage brother swimming in the water. And him unawaring, I don't even think that's a word, unawarely? Just being unaware.
Unknowingly.
Unknowingly, he drifted over into the European side of the water. And guess what they did? Like some goddamn devil. Instead of calling him an N-word, they start chunking rocks at him when he in the water. Right. So what happens is you get busted in your head with a rock and you get dazed real quick. You got to catch up with the water now. Killed him. Police officers came. People sitting here telling statements, doing this and doing that, and had the people right here. Police officers didn't arrest them. So that was another uproar. We wasn't gonna stand for it. So everything I just listed was long history of white terrorism. That's what it was. Right. I mean, y'all got y'all America. They say Black Lives Matter. Well, what about white lives? I mean, come on. You got anything?
I'm holding Lamentations for you though.
All right, go ahead.
Which one you got? 4? Was it 4? Lamentations 4.
Lamentation 4 and 18.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps.
Like and that young teenage brother name that got killed in Chicago was Eugene Williams. So Eugene Williams, that's his name.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. Everything I just listed was on behalf of us doing our own thing, but they just had to find some way to sneak in there. Right. They hunt a step like a lion is stalking a gazelle. Sit low and wait for the best opportunity. And when it ain't the best opportunity, I'm gonna just go at you. Right. That's everything that they listed. Why? Y'all say black people need to come together. When we was together, what did they do? Now, since black people don't want to come together, what are they doing? So why the hell we don't fight to at least try to come together? Right. Come on. Now, stop being so easy rolling over on your back, man. Fight. Go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets.
We can't even go in our own streets. Tulsa, Oklahoma, we can't go in our own streets, man. In Rosewood, Chicago, Arkansas, we can't go in our own street. And these towns are literally black towns today. Right. We can't go in our own streets. Explain, man. Go ahead.
Our end is near.
And our end is near, huh?
Our days are fulfilled. Our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven.
So these eagles is nothing but these Europeans, man. And they swift. They swifted in the eagle of the heaven. Right. They do it so easily. I mean, look at Zimmerman. You don't even hear nothing else. We should still be giving an uproar about Trayvon Martin. Right. He went there and did his little wickedness. Got ready to sell the gun for a couple thousand, and y'all don't hear anything else. Right. Y'all, and I'm not saying go out here and harm these people. We don't advocate for violence. We advocate for self-defense. Right. But what happened? I mean, they did it so swiftly. They swept it under the rug. Right. Each year somebody passes, and then each year we forget about who was the unalive from last year. Right. Go ahead.
They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
So they just wait. They lay in wait in this wilderness, man. For all you fake Israelites, I'm all wait till we get in the wilderness. Man, the wilderness, you ain't really even seen the wilderness if you waiting on the wilderness.
Right.
I mean, what's up with the crackhead man down the road that sat on the corner? He ain't in the wilderness?
Right.
I mean, what's up with that? You, all through Oklahoma, you can walk up and down the street, you see these same Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians coming through with a shopping cart out they woods, from behind that truck sleeping or behind that dumpster. They ain't in their wilderness.
Right.
Stop thinking so Christian that it's going to be literal where we're going to go into the woods and we're going to hunt and survive.
Right.
Because a lot of you too scared to even come into the UPK, man. You too scared to tell your woman to stop being a goddamn bitch.
Right.
Simple. You talking about a wilderness.
Right.
Come on, man. You ain't built for the wilderness.
Right.
Come on. Sitting here sashaying and other stuff. Come
right.
on, man. Go ahead.
No, you're right. Like, when are you gonna wake up and be a man?
Right.
You understand? Like, wake up and be a man and just do what you need to do. You know what I mean? Like separate from these people, bro. Right. And don't be scared to do it. Man, they ain't gonna do nothing but burn it back down. Well, damn, fight for that.
Right.
You understand? That's why you put security out front. You understand? Stop being a damn punk out here and start standing up and saying, you know what? You come through here, you're gonna get dealt with. Damn right. You understand? Slocky.
No, you're right. You could drop that. Right. Matter of fact, now we getting into it now. Now the ball gonna start rolling. Right. We moving up to the 60s because we already know from the Reconstruction era. I think Reconstruction was like 1880, 1890, all the way up to maybe like 1920, somewhere in there. Reconstruction era, all that stuff going on. We ain't had nothing. Tulsa, Oklahoma was the last thing we had. Now we rolling over close to the 50s and the 60s when Martin Luther King start coming in. Since some of y'all know so much history, we gonna really break it down up in here.
Right.
So let me get that Jeremiah 23 and 25. Because what y'all gonna really have to understand is when we were segregated, make sure I said that one. Yeah. When we were segregated, we had all these towns and they burnt them down for what? We were away. Like they wanted America to be great. Why do they want America to be great again? So does that mean let's kill a Negro now? Or let the Negroes have their own land? And don't think it's number 2, it's really number 1. Let me know when you're ready.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 25. I have heard what the prophet said.
So Martin Luther King was supposed to be a prophet. He's supposed to be a prophet that's supposed to bring everybody together and everything was supposed to be good. He was a false prophet.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have a dream. I have dreamed.
So everybody know this famous speech that the CIA or FBI wrote for Martin Luther King saying he has dreamed. He has dreamed that white women and black women and, white women and black men and homosexuals and Christians and all of these could come together and be in holy matrimony with a full-fledged lust of demons. And I'm making my own version because that's all really what he just said. So the false prophet prophesied lie in the Lord's name saying that he has dreamed.
Right. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
And what? I'm surprised. What this? Maybe you would tell me the speech came out in what 60,
right before he died, or I forgot what year that was, but we can definitely look it up. But you know what I'm saying? Like it came out about 60 something because he died in the 60s, right?
I think like 68, 69. So now again, how long would they prophesy a lie in my name?
Right.
You got Farrakhan was teaching about the Quran for the longest. You got Malcolm X gone too. You got so many people that was teaching about this Christianity and these fake philosophy, and they still standing.
Right.
But you know, Martin Luther King, he had his own agenda, and the Lord took him out swiftly, very quickly. Right. Because that just him saying come together is the reason why we gotta have these classes. Me and this brother right here gotta have brotherhood class. Right. Just separate from your enemy. Right. I gotta have a history. Well, we gotta have a history class and tell you the reason why the condition that we in. He's the reason why we gotta have this right here.
Damn right.
Because if he didn't say what he said, we could have been in our own black communities right now. Me and God War right now be tilling the land right now.
Damn right.
With our own peaches and oranges. Going home, drinking, eating steak, just happy. We might not be rich, but happy because we got our own.
Damn
right.
But
we don't have our own. Why? Because of Martin Luther King.
Damn right.
Martin Luther King's son don't even have his own. So what did he do? Go ahead.
Yea, They are prophets of the seed
They're prophets. Go ahead, Mom.
of their own heart.
They're prophets of the seed of their own heart. I forgot that woman's name too. It's in my phone. He was dealing with a European woman.
Right.
And she was talking, what they talked for 2 or 3 years?
Right, they was
years?
in college.
College. College. 2 or 3 years in college. And this is how I know this woman she ain't telling a lie. She said he just talks a lot, but I love hearing him. You know why? Because he was a black rod.
Right.
That's why. That's why. And she and him believe in unity.
Right.
Come on. And then it really took the second year, halfway in the second year, for people to really know that they was together. Come on, man. If you really proud about somebody or somebody you dealing with, I'm about to go pull up with my shorty. I'll catch y'all brothers later.
Right.
Oh, we pick on brothers all the time. You about to go bake that cake.
Right.
You about to bake that cake, man.
Right.
Brothers already know when we got a woman, we going with the woman.
Damn right.
But we ain't gonna do that and you know what I'm saying, neglect brotherhood.
Damn right. Damn right.
Let me say that.
God.
Let me say that. Let me say that.
Right.
We got brothers right here, they'll turn their back for a woman now.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Which think to cause my people to forget my name.
So y'all believe it's Jesus Christ. And y'all believe Jesus Christ loves everybody. We all supposed to live together. And we all supposed to share that piece of bread and communion cracker.
Right.
And that juice. And, you know, everybody got to share the same woman in the community.
Right.
We all got to share that same crack pipe.
Right.
That's what y'all believe. All right, we go on that. Let me get Isaiah 56:9. Because it's time to start lifting the veil off this ignorance, man. That's what time it is. Because we really believe, y'all really believe that us uniting is really going to help. If us uniting really going to help, there wouldn't be no need for us to even vote anymore.
Right.
Because when we got Obama in the chair, we thought that was the right way to go. Black people really vote like that. They really think voting has something to do with self, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 9. All ye beasts of the field, come to your Salaki, come to destroy. Yea, all ye beasts in the forest. Verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
All these beasts in the fields coming to destroy. The beasts are the oppressor. The East Indian, the Japanese, the Arabs,
right.
You know, so on and so forth. Those are beasts of the field. And this is a quick sidebar. And when you look at the beast in the field in that garden, Adam and Eve, we're considered, you know, I don't want to say kings, but humans.
Right.
Son of God, Israelite.
Right.
But those beasts are those people that want to devour us. Go ahead.
His watchmen are blind.
The watchmen are blind. Your Dr. Umars, your Martin Luther Kings. I mean, your Nate Daniel Sevens or Gate Daniel, whatever he's called. Go ahead.
They are all ignorant.
They're ignorant. Go ahead.
They are all dumb dogs.
They're dumb dogs. Go ahead.
They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
Loving to slumber. So you relaxing in a time like this. It's Hamas versus Israel right now. Joe Biden just talked about finishing up doing the wall.
Right.
And you have time to sit here and slumber? Like you ain't got nothing to worry about?
Right.
You have something to worry about. Because you divided the Lord's people, you got a lot to worry about.
Damn right.
And for every drop of blood that come out of these souls, you got to worry about it. You got to answer for it. So while you slumbering, enjoy it. Rest in peace.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never be enough.
Greedy dogs. Everybody know and everybody seen a dog eat so much to where it throws up. Or a dog get ready to fight another dog over that other dog's food.
Right.
That's a greedy dog. Go ahead.
And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
And a shepherd, like Nasty Nate, out of the IUIC is joining with Islamic group. He doesn't understand what he's doing.
Right.
He doesn't. He's another Creflo Dollar.
Right.
That's it. He just does it for the fake Israelites. Those fake camps. Those new camps that just came out. He's ignorant. He doesn't know. And neither does, what's his name in Islam?
Farrakhan.
Because Farrakhan knows he's an Israelite,
right.
but teach Scientology out of Islam, but he's going back to Christianity.
Right.
What the hell is going on, man?
That's Salaki. He was just taking picture with the IUIC.
Come on.
Right.
Come on. Go ahead.
They all look to their own way. Every one of his gain from his quarter. Verse 12. Come ye, say they. I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink.
So they're going to fetch wine. they're going to get good things, get all the lavish and all the good necessities out of the time that we in right now.
Right.
They make sure they get the last dollar they could get out that collection plate. They're going to make sure they get the nicest suit they can for when these bombs start dropping.
Right.
They're going to get the greatest, not the great. They're going to get the best of the best. Meanwhile, you're still in hell.
Damn right.
You don't know what's going on. You saying it's in the last days, but the last day is today.
Right.
The last day is tomorrow. Go ahead.
Salakia. And tomorrow shall be as this day.
And tomorrow. So they're going to get what they want to do today, and they're going to get everything out of you. And guess what they're going to do tomorrow? The same goddamn thing. Nothing's going to change. Only thing is going to change when somebody contract AIDS and HIV like Eddie Long.
Right.
And it's too late to change because now you're humiliated. Let me see where we're going. All right, so this is in the 60s. So with the whole civil rights movement and everything like that, civil rights, everybody, march on Washington. I ain't about to march that far. My goddamn feet hurting.
Right.
For me to get sprayed with a hose.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Come on, and then come on. Just imagine how many of our aunts, uncles, grandmas, granddaddy look back on that day and say, "God damn, what the hell was I doing out there?" Look. I mean, it's worse. They say it get worse every generation.
Right.
And y'all say, God damn, what the hell is these kids? These boys wearing skinny jeans. These guns. What happened to the Black Panthers?
Right.
These Bloods and Crips and guns and ski masks. I bet you feel like idiots now.
Right.
I mean, what did y'all do?
Right.
Go ahead.
No, you right on the money. That's right on.
Right.
Like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because it's like when you look back, it's just like looking back on your life and be like, damn, why the hell did I do that? You understand? Like, what was the purpose of me doing that? Right. You understand? What was the purpose of me smoking weed? What was the purpose of me doing those things? They got to look back at that damn march and say, what the hell was we doing out there?
Right.
Following this damn weirdo. They getting sprayed with water and dogs biting and getting spit on in these restaurants and getting, you know what I mean? Like, for what?
Right.
You understand? Salakia. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that.
Right.
So with this whole with the whole civil rights movement, I understand the purpose. So Martin Luther King, late 50s, I think that's where his whole heavy movement was, late 50s to 68, yeah. So Martin Luther King, with his whole late 50s to the 68, the Lord went ahead and wiped him off the map.
Right.
And the reason why I'm going through Martin Luther King, and I'm about to spin it real quick, because you need to see the separation and the division and the destruction amongst selves inside our nation. And again, we was together with all the massacres. I mean, brothers come out the door, didn't even know this man.
Right.
But goddamn it, they shooting through his house, I'm coming out and I'm shooting back down the road for him. And so on and so forth. But with all them, they understood. If I attack him, I got to wipe this whole thing out. Right. I mean, his sisters was getting sexually abused, and y'all know what I mean. I mean, houses got burnt. They was looting. What the hell we had in the 80s?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Excuse me, 1800. If a oppressor kicking our door right now, what can he take from us that he ain't already got?
Right.
So we look back at 1800, they didn't have nothing. They lived in one of them one-room shacks. What are you stealing out there? Pans?
Right.
I mean, bread? What?
Right.
So 1973 through 74 is when Section 8 came out, and then abortion. Well, Section 8 first on 73, and then abortions and women's right for them to get jobs was in 74. Not knocking the sisters, but that wasn't for y'all. That was for her, because once slavery was over, she had to go to work. Meanwhile, you had to work. You've been working. I mean, if you ain't work, you would get hit upside your head or sexually abused. So by her fight for her rights amongst her husband or her oppressor, the European, you thinking you hurt. And so they allow you to get these other jobs. And I'm going somewhere with it. They allow you to get these jobs. They allow you to have abortion. Why? Because right after the 60s, that's when brothers stopped going to get these trades and they start going to college. They thought college was the big thing, but all reality, and you look at it now, trades is a big thing. Yeah. And I mean, pure point blank, people, back when I was in South Carolina, go to Clemson for 8 years to come home and flip a patty. Versus somebody who came straight out of school in 2012, go straight to do construction, and these people got way more than them. And now when you look at it, the oppressor put it in line like college, not only to put you in debt, but when we get away from college, when we get away from trade, by us being the actual builders, when we get away from it, it allowed them to fill more of those slots, like being a cement mason or carpenter or whatever that is.
Right.
So once they already filled that and we wasting our time over here, when we want to go in our trade, you got like the Mexicans working at the bottom of the bottom while you got a white, a Caucasian oppressor doing this and don't know nothing about putting a curve and gutter.
Right.
Don't know nothing about putting up scalpel or nothing. He just sitting there holding the clipboard because of what? He went to college just to go back to construction? We think college means something, which get your education. But the trade is what was more important at that time.
Right.
So they put Section 8 in there. They took trade from us. They put Section 8 for sisters. They put abortions in there for sisters and allowed them to get jobs. Now even sisters want to go to college. They trades ain't their thing. They want to go to college to make money. So where does that lead a black man when we don't have that mental fortitude to want to sit down and go through college? Selling drugs. We're gonna get to the crack area in a minute. Selling drugs. XYZ gang banging, thinking all this other stuff matter while she doing this. We ain't shit. Slocky, excuse my language. We not nothing. So, can I get... Nah, I ain't gonna do that because I don't want to lean too much one way. So, in this time, now all they provided for us was prison, death, crack babies, and Islam. Islam was all around at that time. Also, gangs. You know what I'm saying? You got the Crips came out, Boo Hill, and Spook Town. All that stuff came around right around this era of the women having jobs, abortions, and everything like that. Now rolling down to the Ronald Reagan with the crack epidemic in the 80s and the 90s. Now, how many crack babies and people are affected by crack right now? I mean, I had a old homegirl back home. She was my age, but her mom was damn near double our age and had crack issues. All these things that they put in place for us to divide. They change our nationality every 10 years. All of this stuff is to not only separate the community, but separate yourself. You're not only black, you're a black Crip. You're not only black, you're a black LGBT. No, you're black. You're Hispanic, you're Native Indian. But they put different things like that to make it seem as if I'm different black. No, you're still black. A blood gets shot down in the road and a Crip gets shot down in the road. And at the end of the day, when the news posted, gang violence, black man. That's what it is. So, now the opioids, 1999 to 2021, over 103,000 deaths plus, and including, with the weed and shrooms they added in there. So they put crack on it, they put the whole opioid, heroin, all of this. It's different things y'all gotta understand. It's so much, all because of we want to be integrated. We want to be integrated. We want to be integrated. That's why we got abortions, crack. The jobs and the prison and crack babies and everything like that. So boom. Can I get Isaiah 51 and 20? We almost done, y'all. I ain't trying to hold y'all. So all of this stuff is what happens to us. But the good thing is the Lord put that in full rotation, because the Lord just started having these Europeans overdosing on heroin and overdosing on fentanyl. All the stuff they gave us, now they got it. They said it was war on drugs when we had it, but now they can't stop it when they got it.
Right.
That's why a little piece of fentanyl this damn big, you gonna throw your whole life away for this.
Right.
Your whole life.
Right.
Because them Europeans is dying from it now. And again, once you take one of their lives, it's considered a wage war. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets.
Thy sons have fainted. They're weak. That brother that's homeless, that sister that's on the stoop shooting up razors, they're fainted, they're weak. Not passed out, they're weak. And when you're weak because of weed, drugs, and things like that, you're blurred from reality. Even when weed hits, I gotta smoke when I wake up. I gotta smoke before I eat. I gotta smoke when I'm pissed. No, you are fainted, you are weak. Because the reality of it, you have to fight. Life is about war.
That's right.
It's period, point blank. Life is about war. And when you want to indulge in other things that's going to take you away from the reality, you become weak and fainted. And lying in the street, you got, look over there in Kensington, Philadelphia. When I say you'll have bukus of heroin addicts passed out, 50 to 100, them police ain't doing nothing. They're in the street weak, blinded from the reality of what's going on. Go ahead.
As a wild bull in a net.
As a wild bull. A bull is wild itself. Just like those guys in Spain that sit here and hold that red little thing, that's how our people is.
Right.
We're wild people. Brothers oh, battling over Bloods and Crips. You see a flag, you like a wild bull. But we're a wild bull in the net. And we know that once you in that net, you in them handcuffs, or you behind that wall, you are that wild bull locked in that net. And what happens after that? When you lock behind the wall, either you're going to get better or you're going to get worse. Period. We're that wild bull in there. And again, the wild bull isn't always on the attack. Sometimes them bulls retreat. Yeah. But I mean, simple as that. We know. I mean, brothers get shot down all the time trying to outrun the police. But when they get caught, they become that wild bull in the net.
Right.
You got something?
Let me finish this. Yeah, they are full of the fury of the Lord.
They're full of... No,
go ahead.
They're full of the fury of the Lord.
Right.
So our people are so quick to cause judgment, the Lord's judgment on one another. Because a brother like penitentiary, like General Muhammad said, if a brother steals a honey bun out of the penitentiary, the first thing another brother do, just subconsciously by it being law, the Lord know he gave us something we know is wrong. What they do? Go want to take the brother's life or take his ass from him,
right?
Because we know it's wrong. But brothers, they want to wage judgment they want to wage judgment in vengeance as if they're the Lord. Want to take a brother's life as if that's their job. Instead of trying to entreat the brother and make sure everything is good.
Right.
Sisters also, gossiping. Go talk to her. But you want to wage fear. You want to start women. I ain't never seen this many women tote gun, and I mean pull it out like they're a man.
Right.
Sisters doing the same thing as if they're Lord. Go ahead.
Like it. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. Therefore, hear now this: thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine.
They're drunken by the nature and the fortitude of what America serves them.
Right.
This music says, hate your brother, F his sister. These sisters out here say, my blank is pink and my booty brown. That is being drunk by America, not by the alcohol. It's the thing America allow you to indulge in. And anybody knows if you drink alcohol, if you ever drink, once you drink too much, your body gets away from you.
Verse 22, Thus saith the Lord and thy God, that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury.
Okay. So, can I get Lamentation 3 and 4? We're about done, y'all. So, right around this time, now we went from the 80s, we went from 1890, just in a brief moment. We went from there, went to the 60s, 50s, 60s, then 70s, 80s, and then 90s all the way to 2000. But now in 2000, guess what they give us even more of? Christianity been around all this time, do mine. Islam been around all this time, do mine. But they put LGBT in there, and guess whatever fake goddamn, philosophy came in. These fake Israelite groups, once they separated from the truth. Right. I ain't forget about y'all.
Right.
Y'all gonna be put in here too.
Right.
Y'all split because y'all thought the world was coming to an end in 2000, 2001, and made your own group, packed up and go with all these people money. And now we got 30 fake camps out here and still counting.
Right.
That all of you. If you aren't in the ISUPK, you're not in the truth. Right. If you're not in the Commanding Journey, honey, you're not in the truth.
Right.
And right now, you're nothing but a Christian, Muslim, Scientology, everything else. That's simple.
Right. You say Lamentations?
3 and 48.
3 and 48. It's locked. The book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 48. Mine eye runneth down with rivers of water for the destruction of the daughter of my people. 49. My eye trickleth down and seetheth not without any intermission. So
the Lord's eye run down with water. Don't think the Lord doesn't feel our pain. It's just like a father having kids. You only can discipline that child up until, hell, nowadays you can't discipline.
Right.
But when the child become old enough where they smelling themselves and you have no control, it hurts as a parent. I know it does. My children are small, but it hurts as a parent to be able to have on your mind, damn, they ain't called me today. I ain't heard from such and such, honey. Honey, have you heard from him?
Right.
Whatever. Have you heard he's still doing that? He locked up again. Moms go through that thing.
Right.
Like even in Chicago, those women know their son out here doing this stuff, but every time you see them on the news, they crying.
Right.
They know they have no control, but they crying. And that's how the Lord feels. His eyes running over with water. Right. He looks at what we go through, but when are we going to say enough is enough.
Right.
I'm tired of getting my ass whooped. I'm tired of getting pulled over and the gun getting stuck in my face. I'm tired of this child support.
Right.
Like when are we going to stop doing it?
Right.
Don't think the Lord doesn't see it, but the Lord just isn't going to put his hand in there until we actually ask for assistance.
No, you so right. That was right on point, because you're right. Like, when are we going to get tired of losing our children?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, when are we going to get tired of, losing our families, huh? You know what I mean? We got to start living it. Listen, man, these homes are broken. You understand? When are we going to get tired of, the system of, what is that? Child support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when are we going to get tired of that? Like, when are we just going to start working the things out that we need for our family? Work it out. You understand? Instead of breaking everything up. You understand? They thrive on us breaking our families up. They thrive on us, they killing our children, and we don't have nothing to pass down to our next son and the next son and the next son.
Right.
You understand? So you damn right. Like, the Lord understands that, just like a good father would. We all will understand that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even understand how it feels to lose a child.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's gotta hurt. You know what I mean? Salakia.
I mean, that's right, man. Like, get that brother hand.
Damn right.
So I mean, just as a parent, and to people who's not a parent yet, just think like just think about you losing your mom when you told her, "Mom, don't go over there," or "Pops, those guys ain't up to no good."
Right.
And then you lose your parent because the fact they didn't want to listen and you're their child. We all got those people. Oh, they don't know nothing. That mean I live 3 or 4 moons longer than you. You know what I'm saying? I taught you everything. Right. But you always could learn something.
Right. Now
think about that. So when you have kids, think about that same feeling. Can I get second Maccabees 6 and 18? Unless that was it on there.
No, I can keep going on that. Verse 51. It says, "My eye affected my heart because of all the daughters of my city. My enemies chase me sore like a bird without cause. They have cut off my life in the dungeon and cast a stone upon me. Waters flowed over my head. Then I said, I am cut off." You know what I mean?
I mean, I said it yourself, like,
God, like that's like, man, like that sounds like a poem about you losing one of your children or your children. That's
right.
So poetic. Let me you say second Maccabees?
Second Maccabees 6 and 18. All right, so last but not least, same-sex marriages came June 26, 2015. And I wouldn't say that was legalized all the way across, but I'm assuming bits and pieces on states. They put same-sex marriages saying it's legal. So now we want to be together when it comes to civil rights. First, we was fine being separate. We want to be together on civil rights. We want to work. We want to have Section 8. We want to get all these benefits. We want to live in their neighborhoods, this and that. So, but now by us living in their neighborhoods and we're in this alternative lifestyle and we're gangbangers and this and that, understand, the first gangbangers came out, I think it was like the 15 to 20s, and we follow after them. Then we want to murder, we want to murder and do drugs and follow after them. They were doing drugs in the 50s, 60s, and 70s with the hippies, but now look at them. You got brothers popping 4 perks. I mean, I'm scared to take Tylenol. Right. I mean, like, let's be real. I'm taking 4 perks, lean, dipping it in the blunt, and sisters going to do the same thing with these guys and drink it as if there's not going to be no consequences or nothing can subside. So they put LGBT in the community. Right. LGBT, already know. You know how that lifestyle goes. Right. What is it? Oh my gosh. It's a word I'm looking for. Right. So I want to make sure I say this right. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. No. It's a word I'm looking for. It's in my mind. Oh my gosh. Anyway, alternative lifestyle, we already know what it comes with. It comes with past trauma. That's what I'm looking for. It comes with past trauma, mental, physical trauma, things of that nature. And all that LGBT do is add on to it. Give a little weed, give a little liquor, give a little freedom. Now I'm a woman. Now Man, what is it? It's LGBTQIA 2+.
2+.
2+. That means 2 mean you can take. All right, I'm a man. I got a beard and everything like that, but I like wearing women leggings. So basically, whatever that you like over here or fits you, and then you like over here and fits you, you can fuse them together and basically make a creative player.
So that's the 2+.
2, but the plus is gonna be an add-on, and I'm waiting for the P to get put in there.
Right.
I mean that plus, I know that P is in there. That P, pedophilia, is in that LGBTQI plus.
Right.
But yeah, all of that come hand in hand. If you support LGBT, you support all of that.
Right.
I mean, homosexuality, child molestation, pedophilia, all of it. You. I mean, simple as that.
Right.
And they put it in there because America's overall goal is to be like Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon. I mean, we in daughter of Babylon right now.
Damn right.
I mean, that at the end of the day, that is the goal. We have to be like the pastime. That's what America is trying to build up on. But hell, they keep shooting off rockets. We might be all right.
Yeah, con.
Might be all right.
Might be on our way back to the crib.
Yeah, right now.
Where we at? 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
Now, at this time, they're trying to force Eleazar or whatever.
Eleazar.
They're trying to force this man to eat pork. Y'all know when y'all watch movies like you got somebody, one of them, not scribes, peasants steal a grain of corn and they bring him like this and put him on their knees in front of everybody. Right. That's how they got him.
Right.
Trying to open his mouth and eat pork. That's how diabolical the oppressor is. Like, you gotta eat something.
Right.
I gotta eat. I have to eat something. You don't shit what I shit.
Right.
I mean, but I gotta eat pork.
Right.
Like, come on. I mean,
no, it's so right because I mean, even today, that's why we got to check the damn labels because he put pork in everything. It's hard dodging this damn oppressor. You understand? But they do it because back then, I mean, of course, they just couldn't just whip it up and put it in something. But now they can just whip it up, slide it in your candy, slide it in your best. They messing up all the good snacks.
What? Hey, I said as long as I got my chips and dip, I don't need nothing. But no, dead ass, man. Like, I mean, pork case, like the casing on weenies and stuff like that. It's like, yo, I gotta eat pork. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta order something from cross seas from like India to know it don't got pork. Right. Like, I gotta eat pork, bro. Yeah. I mean, even down, I'm glad you said that too. Getting ready to look for another slave, it's just something to hold it down. I get myself adjusted. Right. And I went in here, and I could tell the oppressor means some good. And as I'm talking to him, rapping him, Jew talking him, boom, boom, boom. Right. And he said, "Have you ever worked in food?" I ran him down to line 2 or 3. He said, "Oh, do you think you'll be able to just go down to a goatee or something like that?" And I was like, "To be honest with you, man, it's just against my culture and my tradition." I was like, "But I can put a mask on. They make masks for beard." He was like, "Man, I understand, but my boss, he was military," and I scratched my head because when I got my first job and I thought I was in the truth, the same lady said, "It's just hair." So I'm scratching my head like, he means some good, but maybe I'm still push for this mask. Right. So then I get home, finish the application and everything like that, and I told him I'm done. I was like, "All right, complete, everything complete." He said, "So that means you're going to shave your beard?" So I'm looking at it. I didn't even respond, because I got something better I'm looking at. I looked at it, I was like, a mother got to shave his beard when I can't even put a ski mask on. Right. I can't put a regular whatever, just cover. I have to shave my beard to please you because you was in the military. Yeah. And then I started scratching my head like, well, I mean, if they say I can't have a job, if I show up and it ain't fire me, I could sue them. But it's like, yo, this America. Right. Nigga, you lost. Right. You lost just because you black. Right. So, but yeah, it's just like, I got to shave my beard and eat pork. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you ain't conforming to what they want, you ain't getting no damn job. You understand? It used to be because, of course, you black, but now it's because, hey, you're going to be able to cut that hair. Right. You're going to be able to, listen, we don't like braids in here. You understand? The sisters go through it at the workplace about their own hair. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Bonquisha. You're going to have to do something about that hair. Right. You understand? That's why, we got so many wig styles and, you know what I'm saying? They came out with the perm so they can keep it straight, just like Becky. You understand? So, yeah, if you don't, listen,
That's one thing we can't fold on.
Right.
You understand? Is our morals and the way we supposed to be living.
Right.
No, the Most High said I gotta have a beard on my damn face. What the hell are you talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do that for, just for no damn money.
Right.
You understand? I can make money any damn where.
Right.
You understand? So the hell with these damn oppressors. So Lockie, I got a fake Israelite that come to my gym all the time with this other brother. You know what I'm saying? And they come in, I think they got to shave their face like every 3 to 6 months or something like that. You understand? They got to shave that thing, bald skin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this brother. I'm like, it's for your money, ain't it? You understand? It's for your money. Listen, man. Listen, the Lord say you got to grow that beard. I go where they say I can grow this beard.
Right.
You understand? Like, the hell with this damn job. It's Lockie.
I mean, it's heavy, bro. And it's crazy because as I'm talking to him at the time, I'm actually looking in the back, and there was 3 people. It was a little Judite sister, and it was a Judite sister, the European guy I was talking to, and the LGBT way in the back thing, washing dishes. And as I got home, it just processed like, I got to shave my beard, but you got weird ass people all in the kitchen right now. How can I work here if he can work here and be like that?
Right.
I can't work here and be like this.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Right. It's a form of control. Salaki.
Right.
Verse 19. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth.
All those people, when they was right before the massacre happened, those people were willing to die.
Right.
Other than just saying, rolling over, taking that.
Right.
Them people went in the uproar. In the uproar they went into, they actually died for fighting what they believe in.
Right.
But now, we don't even die. We go out here and crump on the road for Black Lives Matter. Screaming justice and peace. And like, the president don't give a damn about that.
Right.
He's just waiting for you to cough wrong.
Right.
So he could drill that whole front line.
Right.
He want that whole front line he could make an example out of and go have some drinks with the buddies in the precinct. I mean, it's simple as that. We see in the UPK, we're willing to die.
Right.
We're not going to eat pork. We'll check the whole ingredients on the back of everything. If it look like if it say swap. If it look like it say swap, like we checking it. If it got a P word, we're gonna make sure that P word is something else.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's simple as that, man.
Right.
This brother chose not to eat pork.
Right.
And people might say, oh, well, if it ain't nothing else to eat, nigga, I eat rice.
Right.
I eat oatmeal.
Right.
I eat some beans. Don't always try to minimize everything down to what you want to eat.
Right.
Because all reality, you want to eat pork. I mean, it's 1,000 other things out here you can eat, but you want to eat pork.
Right.
You can eat raisins. Berries.
Right.
I mean, come on.
It's some bugs you can eat out there, huh?
Crickets. Like, come on. Like locusts. Let's not zero in on just pork, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
And came of his own accord to the torment. Verse 20. As it behooved them to come, that are resolute to stand out against such things, as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. Man,
so it's not lawful. You know what I'm saying? Well, excuse me, say that again.
So
that last piece.
As are not lawful for love of life to be tasted.
So it's basically saying it's better for me to die.
Right.
It's damn. If I gotta eat that and live, I want to die. Simple as that.
Right.
I mean, how much more gangster can you get, Christian? Right. That right there, a real Christian, well, today Christian would have just went ahead and ate that pork, saying, I'm about to go ahead and repent about it. But what happens if it happens tomorrow?
Right.
You're going to repent about it.
Right.
And eventually it's going to be in your diet. That's what's going to happen.
Right.
But it'll just better, I mean, you want me, then go ahead.
Right.
But whoever see me be beheaded or become unalive,
right,
they're going to look at it, well, if he did it, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Damn right.
Judah, we going to cross our arms like this. Like, we just going to have to do it.
Right.
I mean, I'm with my brother, or some of y'all fake. My brother keeper. Like,
right.
We all gonna go out the same way, man.
Right. No, that's it on that.
All right.
But I want to add, if I could, that's the same thing that them young brothers with that mother with those 7 sons went through the same shit. Don't be damn weak out here. Don't be no punk out here. You understand? Stand for something or fall for anything.
Right.
Damn right.
And it's like, if I'm mistaken, and if y'all want to know the story, I think it was like
it's in Maccabees too. I think. Slakia. I think it's in
Maccabees.
Esdras. I think it's in Esdras.
Chapter
6 or 7.
Yeah, one of those.
Right.
But that brings me to my point, man. Oh snap, we got them all over the place. Yeah, that brings me to my point, man. We have to understand that us coming together was not it. It sounds good, you know, but understand that we could have came together just to buy, trade, and sell.
Right.
Even though that still was not a good route, that's what we could have done. Because we understand, like, all right, those heathens over there, they got the cornmeal, and we got turkeys over here. Obviously, it'd be a wise choice for the nation to say, all right, we're going to trade a certain portion of this for a cornmeal. But
Right.
we didn't have to go living in their churches, eating a nasty ass chicken. You know what I'm saying? Which, if you want to know, barbecue chicken come from the Native Indians, everybody, and fried chicken come from the Judites. And just putting that out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? We could have just been eating barbecue and fried chicken for all our days.
Right.
But what we want to do is go get their McDonald's.
Right.
We want to go get their Roscoe's chicken and waffles. We want to go get all of this. Meanwhile, we're the cooks.
Right.
We're the better dancers. We're the better fashion designers.
Right.
Meanwhile, we want to go to them to feel accepted. For what? For what? Skinny jeans don't make a man, man. Skinny jeans don't make a man.
Right.
If that's the case, I get off my brother and I walk some bags all day.
Right.
Baggy jeans, where is that? You know what I mean? But that brings me to my point, separate. Everybody come together, it can be done. Because as of right now, Hamas and Israel, man, they got pay-per-view. They live all day. They live all day since it happened. I mean, you could let it sit right now and it'd be on the same channel live tomorrow.
God.
Come on, man.
It's going down.
Right. This pay-per-view. So, with the Israelite School Universal Practice, well, it's like this is the High Holy Days. Where we at? Feast of Hanukkah. All right. Feast of Hanukkah is the next upcoming holiday, the 25th day of the 9th month, on the 8th day. Thursday the 7th, December 2023, for
Right.
8 days. First Maccabees 4 and 52 through 61.
Right.
And that's Hanukkah, or the Feast of Dedication. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You got it, paper. Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hunter. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes according to the Bible. We're not affiliated with any of those new Israelite groups.
Right.
Any of them. Muslim mosque or Christian organization. We are the home of the truth, man. Our announcements, ISUPK Trooper Instruction. Our Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua to the brothers. We are the ISUPK, start at 1 West, 125th Street, in Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. The ISUPK is the home of the truth. When a brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. Meaning, sisters say Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Thaba, Hashem Yahshua, and brothers, y'all say that same greeting to her. That's it. No inboxes, none of that. And if it's inboxes, report it.
Right.
You gotta let them know, bro.
God.
You gotta let them know. Ain't no breaches in here.
Right.
They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If a brother has an interest in assisting in the school, he is to seek permission from the head to speak to her. Go to your camp leader. If he or she needs transportation to a class, the teacher will arrange it. Tithes is a commandment from the Most High. Malachi 3:8 through 10. Numbers 18, 20 through 21. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Pay to the ISUPK. Either give it to the teacher in the class or Gmail your check or money order to the ISUPK. Send tithes and donations to the Israelite School of UPK P.O. Box 11 Upper Darby, PA 1908 2. If there's any branch of the ISUPK located in your city or state, we have online classes which you attend online or attend over the conference call. Goodness gracious. When you come to class, whether in person or online, make sure to salute the guard, moderator on the phone, the standard salute, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah, sisters Yahweh Shemar Thaba Hashem Yahshua. All right. When a brother comes into the ISUPK, he wants to be a trooper in the school. There are steps that need to be taken. For 90 days, a brother wear all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. This is protocol even if attending class online and not physically in class. A trooper is not allowed to teach or battle. They are to attend class only. With that, I'm Ashaya Allah, Officer 50. This was history class. Tune in Jenna Hyman. What's 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it should be popping about another. It should be coming on in about a couple of more minutes.
All right, and tomorrow is Tuesday class. Officer God War 500. We'll be holding down Brotherhood class. With that, shalom.